few of them. I was like skipping around. Julian Edelman's my friend, so I sent him a few, and he used a couple. And
yeah.
Like, oh shit,
he was great. He delivered it really well.
Yeah. I love him, and he
when Nikki called him a squinty-eyed fuckboy, I was laughing. Though he does.
She annihilated.
His eyes are never open.
Yeah, no, everyone on it was good. Really, I thought. But Julian.
Do you think you weren't on it because the new one, Morril, You've Changed, is a Prime?
No, I think they probably just had their people already.
But everyone up there is a Netflix comic, right?
I don't know. Maybe, but
I didn't think of that.
It's possible, but
the family. Is there anything like that? Like in the business, it's like if you go with one streamer, the other one stops calling.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. But now that you mention, I was on Letterman the year I had a Netflix special, and I was on Is It Cake? So maybe I got blackballed. Who the fuck knows? No, I would have loved to. I love doing stuff like that. But I was also excited for Julian. So I was like, when he was sending me a set, I was kind of like, oh, I love this one. Oh, I don't know about this. I bet like this is killer.
Yeah.
And he was nervous in a good way. But he really is.
He delivered it.
He ran
podium.
I'm sure you know that. He ran it at the Comedy Store the night before.
I told him to.
Yeah.
I was like, and I'm sure Jeff Ross did as well, but I said like, hey man, just really, I know how much how you approach football, like you're a late pick, you had to work your way up. And he's like, I know you respect comedy. I was like, run it, please.
Right.
Like, I know you're gonna be nervous, but you're gonna be nervous at the roast too. Like, just get a couple under your belt so you know what to expect. And there's differences when you run a roast joke, because sometimes you're selling it to an audience who's like may not know what Drew Bledsoe looks like.
Yeah,
or who,
But
so
in the
I
moment,
think I talked to him very briefly afterwards.
Yeah,
and I think he said it did not do so well at the store, which makes sense. I forget, it was something along those lines where he wasn't like sure how it was after the store.
But you can run stuff, and I thought he approached, when you approach stuff with humility. He always does. Like he was so. I mean, I used to do the pod with him. I loved working with him.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yes, I mean that's the difference in anything: the people who act entitled or the people who keep grinding. Yeah, I feel like that plays in.
I mean, that's his career in a nutshell. Yeah. I mean, he always approached
that stupid son of a bitch.
He always approached it with a lot of
fucking catch, man. That one where the ball
in the Super Bowl
off the ground.
I was at that game.
One
I was
haunts
like,
me more than
there's no
almost
chance
anything.
he caught that ball, and then they showed the jumbotron. And I was like,
he knew it.
Holy
he knew
fuck,
it.
he caught
yeah,
that.
I remember being like, nah, game's over. Like it's a wrap. Fucking.
He was so clutch. He
dude.
was clutch on the big stage always. I mean, all those guys were Gronk. Jules. Amendola, all those guys delivered. All those Patriot whites really, they really stepped up.
Amendola was the butt of like the meanest joke of the show, when Bill Belichick just roasted him.
What did he say?
It was the only time Amendola got mentioned the whole show was like, yeah, Danny showed up first year. 300 yards, second year, 400 yards. As Randy used to call it, a good half.
Wow.
And then they cut it to the camera to Amendola, and he did not think that was funny. Or maybe I just saw that. But the Belichick has maybe the two best jokes of the night, when he also said to Gronk was doing does the Sunday show, Fox Sports. Mm-hmm. And he's like, Gronk, I know I used to always tell you, do your job. I'm begging you, stop doing your job.
Oh, wow.
Dude,
Gronk is awesome.
We haven't talked about Bill, by the way.
I did a private event with Gronk once where we did this like steel companies. They paid us way too much money to do this thing. Gronk is there. I'm there to do comedy. Gronk is there to just party.
Yeah.
So he's got the. Honestly, I don't know which of our jobs was harder that night. But these people are getting fucked up. Gronk is like just spraying champagne all over a crowd. All he's gonna do is
like spike a drink and it's like,
Gronk and I are like toasting like Truly cans and chugging them, and I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I still got to go on. And Gronk's like, oh fuck, this could be rough. I'm like, it's gonna be rough. I can tell. Crowd's wasted. It's like an open bar in San Antonio in I think the Aztec Theater, beautiful theater, but they're just, dude, it's one of those crowds that are heckling me like, you suck. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, yeah, well, just 29 more minutes.
Yeah. All right. The check's gonna clear.
And then like, I've done enough hell gigs where like by minute 15, they were like, oh, okay, this guy's actually not bad. But I had to fucking prove it. I'm like fucking riffing. I'm doing whatever. Every road hack trick in the book I'm doing to survive. But it took me I'd say 25 minutes before I'm getting my first like hard laughs. So I got like 5 minutes of good comedy out of 30 minutes. But just like, I'm like, a private event, they're yelling, you suck. I got to show you the video of the owner. He's like, of the company, he's like a German guy who runs a steel company. And he was just like, he comes over to me and Gronk and kisses us both on the lips. And we're like, what the fuck is happening?
What a move.
He was like
it.
but he was the sweetest guy. I was like, we're gonna get fucking whacked. But no, he was. It was such a weird gig, but
I love hearing
he
about
was
those,
fucking.
those,
Gronk was gone.
Those
He was
stories.
like, oh my
Stefano
God.
did one for Steve Cohen that his wife set up. And it was just like the worst setup for comedy like ever. It was a bunch of big wigs, and they didn't. And Cohen just said to him, "What did my wife like tell you to do?" And he was like, "I'm supposed to do like an hour." It was something really long, like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And he was like, "I'll double your money to cut it in half and get out of here."
Wow,
And so he did
that's
it.
a good guy.
And then they were.
I was supposed to do one of those.
They were throwing food at him and shit. They were
hit
just
me
like
up.
disrespecting the fuck out of him.
They hit me up for one of those gigs, and my agent asked for too much money, I think. And,
Oh, yeah?
But I'm like, he's a billionaire.
I was going to say,
Fucking-
good, that's a good agent. That's a good agent.
Yeah.
Do we have some voicemails, Pass? Well, we got some videos from our listeners, and then we'll get you out of here.
Sweet.
What's up, KFC fights the rest of the gang? I have a bone to pick with the t-shirt industry. I think we need some type of national definition of what pre-shrunk means.
Yeah.
Because I'll get like, I'll normally fit between like a large and an XL, and I'll always buy the XL if it's 100% cotton or whatever, and I'll put it in the wash and the dryer for the first time. Won't even do anything crazy. And I'll put it on like low heat, maybe medium heat when I'm drying it, and it comes out if it's like a schmedium. Like, what is all that about? What did they mean by pre-shrunk before they mail it out to their customers or whatever? And on that same note, international sizes. I mean, I know we're Americans and we're fat as shit. I mean, look at me. And, you know, we want to make ourselves feel better about ourselves, so you know, we'll wear like a Carhartt medium and it'll be like a triple XL in China or something like that. Like one time I went to Greece and I was trying on just like a button-down shirt and I couldn't even like get it close. Like it was like coming to my nipples. Like it was crazy small compared to any other XL that I'm trying on. So
Yeah, this is
What are
part
your
of my
thoughts on
like my presidential platform
Yeah,
is that we
love
need
you guys.
to
Peace out. Dirty Mike.
re-regulate sizing of shirts. Because what used to be like extra large meant like you were fucking extra large.
Yeah.
You're like a bigger person that needs a shirt that is cut bigger. And now it's like, I mean, everything has just moved up one. Smalls don't even exist.